G'day, chat. G'day, Crunkies. Keep your wallet in your pocket, mate. You bloody mad lad. Hello, Ripley. Good to see you. You bloody legend. It's been a while. 3 Sneeze jumping in. Ice, ice, baby. Let's go. Starting a new one here, chat. Into the long dark, the cold, cold climes of Great Bear Island. So there's a couple of modes to this game. I've played it a lot in the past, but I'm starting a new challenge here today. I remember that so clearly. The good old days. Yo. We are going to push for a Steve achievement here over the next month or two on midweek streams when I feel like doing it, but certainly for the rest of this week. G'day, Jeremo. We need to survive for 500 days in a single playthrough. It's pretty harsh out here. We're going to be playing on Stalker Difficulty, which is one of the hard modes of the game. Less resources about, more dangerous animals, all that fun stuff. Things like intestinal parasites and cabin fever and all those sorts of afflictions. It is a single player game. It's designed as a single player experience, but I'm going to enjoy it here with all of you. Thank you for jumping on. It is one of my favorite games, this, The Long Dark. Absolutely close to my heart. There have been a lot of updates in the last year or two, and I haven't really touched base with too many of them, including a base building type update. Crunky's coming in with the gifted subs. The 50 biddies to start us off. The first message we see today is Crunky's spending 50 biddies, and then he comes and drops of the 5 bomb. Hell yeah, Crunk. Thank you, brother. 5 gifted subs going out to Jay Diver, Outlander, It's Grey, Jesse, and Iron Curtain Ripley. Gets it gifted, you ledge. Make sure you say thank you, Ripley. Them Wabbit's gonna die on Jackrabbit Island. Hell yeah, you know it. Whoop whoop. Crunk coming in with the 4 months subscribed. Let's go, brother. Hell yeah. Truly one of our OG supporters. That long-term support means the world to me, Crunkies. You bloody legend. Very much appreciate you, mate. Trust you've had a long day at work, like I imagine most of us. All of us down here, down under us. We've had our Mondays now. Welcome in if you're joining us from the States. Spirit's been longer. It's been a lightning ride, Crunk. Absolute legend. Absolutely right, Rep. Absolutely right. So new custom survival game. There is a story mode to this game, which I admit I haven't touched. The survival sandbox is what it's all about for me. So they described as Stalker Difficulty for veteran players looking for a punishingly challenging survival experience. Hostile wildlife is common and will hunt you down. All survival elements are tuned to be particularly challenging. That's what we're about. So there are 2 higher difficulties for masochists. I'll go through these briefly. Interloper removes several things from the game. It removes hatchets, knives, rifles, pistols. I'm a first-person shooter fan. I like having a rifle and a pistol. And I don't want to spend my days manufacturing hatchets. The other one is misery, which is just absolute death. You will die in that very, very quickly. So Stalker is a good balance. All the hard world survival stuff, but there are items in the world to help you. It is not just going to kill you for the fun of it. This is pretty punishing as it is, and particularly challenging as they say, and I think it's a really good balance. Punishing is right, says Ripley. Hell yeah, Rip. So, in Stalker mode, in the normal game mode, if we were on normal Voyager or whatever, we would select the map we spawn in, but on Stalker we just get to select the region of the island. Each of these regions has about 5 or 6 or even more now maps made up amongst them, which you kind of traverse through in the world. So Lower Great Bear's a place for us. Oh, is it going to let us select? Well, we're going to go random. There we go. Will be the boyo. So we've got these feats from playing the game earlier. Sprinting burns 25% fewer calories. Beautiful, we'll add that. And 10% more benefit from each completely researched book. Both of those will come in handy. We haven't played enough to unlock any of the other feats. There is a bunch more for doing various things. I think we will get one for completing this challenge if we manage to get all the way to the end of it. 20 days during blizzards, coffee, snare 100 rabbits, travel 1,000 kilometers, start 1,000 fires. There we go, survive 500 days. The body is adapted to these tough conditions. You consume 10% fewer calories. So it's not a whole lot of bonus. The ones we have selected, 10% extra learning from books, and free runner, because we have sprinted 50 Ks, burns 25% fewer calories. So it's a little bit of stuff. Thank you for dropping in, Crunk, coming in and dropping the biddies and the gifted, and that on that smoke bomb, he's out of here. Bloody legend, brother. Thank you. Always good to see you, mate. And yep, good call, Ripley. There is a co-op mod for this, but it is pretty janky and not ideal playing in single player. I mean, sorry, playing streaming in co-op. It's going to be much better for us, I think, if I just play the single player. I can play it when I want, and I don't need to rely on someone else being available. Okay, I have not played with the Cougar before. Many people say that the Cougar has ruined their game experience. Cougar's relentless stalking can be mitigated, but only for a time. I think we're going to play without the Cougar. I like the idea of scurvy, however. Fail to eat a balanced diet and scurvy will hound you relentlessly. While the onset is slow, the consequences can be disastrous to your health. Need to find vitamin C rich foods. Alright, we're all about it. Trade is another new addition. Serious voice on the radio. Set up trade exchanges. Gain his trust and receive access to new unique items. So I haven't played with a trader, so we'll have a look at him. There we go, that'll do us. Mysterious, so the story behind it is we're a pilot. We were flying in supplies into this Great Bear Island, which is modeled off of Vancouver Island in Canada. It's purported, it's just an island they've made up, but it's modeled off Vancouver Island. We're flying in supplies, and a mysterious geomagnetic storm has brought our plane crashing down into the northern Canadian wilderness. How long can you survive? Pretty straightforward premise. Richard Matheson from I Am Legend, a quote: "The foraging for food and water, the struggle for life in a world without masters, housed in a body that man had made dependent on himself." Okay. So, here's our inventory. It's got an excellent art style, this game. I really love it. Really love it. This is just our stats, what we've got here, our warmth, how rested we are, our water, and our food, of course. It models all these things here: temperature, wind chill. That'll change as if you get wet, and you'll get much colder. We have a lot of clothing slots we can fill out to increase our warmth, of course. We're looking pretty basic at this point, although we do have thermal underwear on under our jeans. That's not bad. And some trail boots. That's not a bad little start. Everything's pretty damaged, though. As these things degrade, you get more cold and things. Versus the ice is so true, says Ripley. Hell yeah. There's our little bag. Got accelerant for fire, some bandages, the sleeping bag we can roll out and rest anywhere, essentially, but we want to find some shelter. One little pocket of matches. The recycled can, we can boil water with that to give us some drinking water. Water's never too much of a problem in this game because you can just boil snow. But the fire to get the water is often a problem. That's how they sort of limit your ability to do that. And one stale chocolate bar. Hell yeah. Lots of different crafting stuff. All sorts of crafting stuff. Lots of different cooking recipes. As you level up, you can get different recipes that give you various bonuses. Extra carry weight or whatever it might be. Rose hip pie will give you a headache, but it'll decrease your fatigue, so it has like a caffeinating kind of effect. Is our log that'll keep track of our 500 days, and then we've got these skills that we level up as we go. So all the skills, when you read the book, it increases your speed at which you learn the ability, and you just learn the abilities from just doing the action. Harvesting, cooking, fire starting, fishing, rifle, archery, repairing, revolver, and then gunsmithing is for making ammunition at one particular spot. Lots of different things we can unlock, cans we can find, memories, mementos, Polaroids, all that good stuff. And this will just keep track of our all-time progress and our current game progress. So no in-game map. You have to craft a map as you go. Gotta remember what all the buttons are. That's sprint. What is my interact control? I just left click on it. There you go. Beautiful. Stick's good for a fire, as you might expect. So you can get charcoal from your fires, and then you can use that charcoal to start mapping the world around you. There is an achievement for mapping all the points of interest in the game, and it is pretty handy to use the map once you manage to craft a bit of one. So we have started in a bit of a desolate area. I'm not actually sure where we are, which makes for an interesting start. I'm here for it. That's a good piece of firewood. I'm picking up a couple of stones here. We can use them to kill rabbits if we're lucky, or to distract wolves if we come across any. The wolves are pretty bloody deadly to you. So the protagonist in this is really just the weather, the cold, and then there are animals that in the lore of the game with this geomagnetic storm, it's made the animals much more aggressive. So you'll get wolves, you'll get bears, you'll get moose as well. Don't mention the damn wolves, says Ripley. Ripley knows it well. And then the weather is probably the biggest killer, though. When a blizzard rolls in, it will literally be so whited out that we won't be able to see 2 feet in front of our face. And then obviously you just get lost and you'll die of cold very quickly. So at this stage, what's our time of day? How do I bring that up again? There we go. Okay, it's just coming into the night because we've got a random start. So it's randomly, normally in an easier game mode, it will spawn you in the morning. So you've got the full first day to explore and get your shit sorted. But this has just put us right into the late evening, or kind of mid-evening before the sun goes down. So it's very quickly going to get much, much colder. You can see on our stat bars, all the little arrows popping up there. The first one, the cold, is dropping quick as the sun disappears as we spend time out here. If it was blowing a gale, that would be on triple, that would be triple arrows down, and we would probably be freezing right now. So all those sort of weather things affect it, which is really cool. But let's just get to these structures, and we'll take stock for our first night. That's coal. Oh yeah, that'll burn well. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Beef jerky, score. Oh, there's an improvised knife. Hell yeah. Stuck in this car's tire. That is dodgy. Some meds. Beautiful. Flare, that's handy against the wolves. We can pop that off and it'll keep them back. Another box of matches, let's go. That's about all in that one. Now you can see our hypothermia risk of friction has just come up. That's because we're now so cold. Our sort of cold status has dropped all the way down. So we're hoping there's a fireplace in here. There is.
I'm so cold. Just want to lay down for a bit.
So we're gonna need some, like a fire starter. So the newsprint will be good for that. Newsprint. Use the sticks. I think will give us the best chance. And then we got these matches. You can see it's going to give us a 55% chance to light it. We have got accelerant, but actually let's use the accelerant. We really want to get this fire started. All right, straight away it started. So you see it's giving us +1 degree at this point because it's only early in the little fire's life. And then that little timer will tell you how much wood we've got on there. So you can see it's going to last for 5 minutes. So whack a couple of these on there. Might as well put a coal on there too. That's now going to burn for 2 hours. Excellent. So make a little fire pile here. That's our sticks. That's coal. Beautiful. We'll use our recycled can to make some water. This can hold half a litre. So you got to melt it, then boil it, and then you can drink it. And we'll just put that there. That'll go along. Pick up a few of these random bits and pieces around here while we're warming up. Suitcases
look here.
Hopefully have clothes. They do. Hell yes. So all these items in the world you see, the boxes, the benches, even probably the suitcases, if we had the right tool, we can actually break them down. So for example, if we wanted to, we could take 20 minutes of time using our improvised knife, and we could break this cardboard box down into tinder plugs. So all we're doing is standing by the fire now. We're not very tired. We're slowly warming up. So we're probably going to do that. That's going to advance the game 20 minutes, and it will then, you'll see when we come out of this, our warmth will be much higher than it is there at 1/4, because that's now taking 20 minutes for us to do this action. And you see our warmth is now nearly 2/3. It's gone up from 1/4 because that 20 minutes has passed. Plus our water is now much further along. The snow is melted, and then it's nearly to boiling point. 6 more minutes and it's boiled. Oh yeah, woolly hat. Beautiful. Looks like a bit of a shitter, but it's better than nothing. So we'll put on our little woolly hat. There we go. Put on our ragged wool shirt, heavily insulated wool shirt, designed to keep you warm in winter, but it's such low durability, it's not actually doing much for us. We would need to repair that with either a fishing rod, fishing wire and a hook, or an actual sewing kit. Okay, bud. Tezra and Therese needs to eat dinner out there, and he desperately wants to be out there with them, but it's not happening, my doggo. Is that really dark on stream? Do you need me to put the gamma on maybe? Let's just try it. Until we get a light source. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. You can actually see what's going on. Soda, hell yeah. More matches. Is that film? Okay, that's a new item. We'll take that. Another woolly hat. Let's go. Doggo, guess what Doggo wants? He thinks he does. He often does. Let's be honest. So don't judge me, chat, but we can take the water out of the toilet bowl. I'm taking it out of the cistern, okay? Bit of cloth. Let's grab that. It's going to take us 8 minutes with our knife to break that cloth down. That's going to be handy to repair our shirts and things. This water's done. Beautiful. So we can roll our sleeping bag out here. This is definitely where we're spending the night. I'll drop the car battery. We'll come back for that later. The only use for the car battery at this stage is for scrap lead. You harvest it with a with a hacksaw, and then you can use it to make bullets, which is very handy, but that's very much mid-game sort of stuff. We won't be doing that for a while. We'll pull that out ready for when we do. Spot by the fire, hell yeah. Get some more water going. We could take a torch out of that fire. I'll drop some more fire lighting stuff here. We don't need to carry all these books around. I'll put another hour on the fire. Hell yeah. Can actually take a torch if we want to get a bit of light on our lives. It's empty now. Yep, beautiful. So water's boiling away. Oh, that's handy. Would have missed those matches if we didn't take the torch in here. Stack of papers. Let's do a quick once around on the outside. Oh, that's not the right button. A bit more wood. Oh yeah, coal, beautiful. We don't want to venture too far from the cabin. And the pitch in the darkness, it's very cold out here. You can see our temperature's dropping pretty quickly again. Plus, we really don't have anything to defend ourselves from the wolves. And they are a big threat in the early game when we've got no protection. And we'll end our run very quickly. Just looking for sticks and things, anything else we might be able to get. There's lots of natural things that you can get, like rose hips, and there's fungus that you can make a tea out of, and all sorts of bits and pieces like that. So you're always on the lookout out in the nature. Torch is about to go out. Cozy in the little first night. That's about all she wrote, though. Definitely taking all the matches with us. Cloth will have. Okay, we got that extra hat we can put on. It'll give us a little bit of extra. Double up. $50 left on the fire. We might as well get a bit more water going. And then it'll be to bed with us. Time check, says Ripley. In game, you mean? Yeah, it is pretty peaceful, Rip, for sure. Until wolves, yes. So we can just pass the time here until that's melted, and then pass the time again until it's boiled. Beautiful. A little bit left in that fire. We should be alright overnight inside in our little bedroll. We probably want to go for the full 10 if we can. It's going to wake us up in the middle of the night though, so we're not quite that tired, I think. So let's put another bit of coal on the fire. Another hour, beautiful. We'll pass some time here. Which button is that? That one. Perfect. Wait, is there... What is the radial menu? I forget what that button is. I'm sure there's a radial menu we can use to access our food and water. Radial menu space. There we go. Looks like we've got beef jerky and a stale chocolate bar for breakfast. We'll deal with that in the morning. So the coldest part of the day is actually just as the sun's coming up. You'll think you're right to go right in the first thing of first light, but because the sun hasn't been up for very long, they've kind of modeled that. It is very, very cold. I'm not sure how much sleep this is going to give us. Woke up fully rested, gotcha. And we are, yeah, it's still dark out. So we need to find some more tasks to complete. We've maintained a little bit of our heat through the night, which is nice. Definitely hungry. We'll get the fire going first. Pick up a couple of bits of these. So I do know where we are now. This is one of the transition zones between, actually between the north of the island and the south of the island. We will be coming back through here at some stage. There is like a part of the sandbox mode now has sort of objectives inside of it, and there's an objective that we can complete up here at the Forsaken Airfield. But we're definitely in no place to deal with that yet. So we'll probably just leave all of this stuff here and make our trek back down to the southern parts of the island and just try and get all of our kits sorted, find a rifle, do all that sort of stuff. Oh shit, I need to put something on the fire. Don't want that to go out after we used our match. There we go. Inventory's that one. Fire, drop them, keep the tinder plugs. We'll leave some matches here is a good idea. So what I'd love to find is some rabbits that we can hit with this stone. All these stones that we've got. That will give us a nice food source. Because one stale chocolate bar and one bag of jerky is not going to go far. It's getting pretty nipply. Let's head back. So that's us putting the torch that we took out of the fire back in the fire as wood. I love that little addition. Modeled all that sort of stuff, which is really cool. Food's running down, so let's eat our... What are we having for supper? Let's go the beef jerky for supper. Save the stale chocolate bar for brekkie. Take some coal and plugs and leave the rest. Yeah, I think that's probably the play rep. Take a couple of bits of coal with us and the 2 plugs that we've got. Actually, I might even just make some more plugs up. Let's do that. I should have put them in different spots. We have to pick up all this now. We'll get all the water done that we need so we don't have to light a fire in the morning. That's boiled, so we'll do another one of them. Cook up another ½ litre. Now we go into our crafting menu here, which is this one. So we can make bandages out of that cloth, which is actually probably a pretty good idea. We don't have a single bandage, so let's do that. You can't really tell that it is advancing time there. That took us 10 minutes to make those 2 bandages. And then out of the 2 stacks of papers, we can make these tinder plugs, which are very handy starting the fire. Essentially just tearing it up and then tying a little knot around it so you can start a fire much easier. 13 minutes until boiled, so we'll make another one of them. Beautiful. It could be good to get a fire lit. Let's carry 1 book. We've got plenty of room at this stage. I don't think we're anywhere near now. 30 kilos we can carry. We're only at 8, so we can definitely take the book with us. We'll take a couple of these bits of coal as well. Might as well take them all. That water's ready. So, a couple of bandages. Excellent. Straight painkillers. That'll help you for sure. Help us for sure. Got nothing to repair with yet. This will actually restore a bit of our hunger as well. The pop. Pimpin, welcome in, mate. Ace on the case. Let's go. There's our equipment. Our improvised knife that we found stuck in that poor person's tire. Another little bit of cloth for repair a bit later down the track. And that's just everything together. We desperately need some gloves and something to cover our face would be great. Water's running down. Get that sorted because we've got so much of it now. Nearly 3 litres. That's a good travel amount. We filled ourselves up with about ½ a litre there. We went from 1/4 to full. It's our time of day here. The sun's just about to peak up. Every ice apocalypse needs a good shank. We've certainly got that sorted, Rip. Got our shank ready to go. Let's pick up our can now, because we don't forget that in the morning. We'll try and get as much sleep as we can here. It's probably only going to give us a few hours, but let's go for 8. So this will wake us up as soon as we're ready to go, which is now. Woke up fully rested, and you can see the sun is just barely up, but it's actually bitterly cold out there. Let's eat our jerk. Yeah, sorry, we saved our stale chocolate bar. Let's eat that for brekkie. Didn't want to get another fire going. We'll see how cold it is. Oh yeah, see, it's got 3 arrows down. Even though there doesn't appear to be any wind, we're very quickly going to freeze to death out there in that condition. So we are going to use another match. We'll get another fire going, and we'll take some torches with us. I did put some matches here for spares, so we'll use one of these to light it. Yeah, we've got another book we can pick up. Don't know if any of you remember the movie Bear Island from like the 90s. It was like a bit of an ice apocalypse. Pretty terrifying. I watched it when I was far too young. Oh, Bear Island. Stuck with me to this day. So we'll keep our coal. It'll come in handy down the track. So what we're doing here is we're going to take these torches out, stash them. Is it H? It is H. And these will give us a little bit of heat as we use them, as we're running around. And what we can do, instead of then using a match every time to relight one, we can, just before the one runs out that we're holding, we can throw it on the ground and then use one that we've now put out and put back into our bag to ignite it from the one that we placed on the ground. This will give us a tiny bit more heat, which might just get us through this next little section. You could stop and make a fire and do that whole thing every time, but it takes a lot of resources doing it that way, so this is just a little trick. Alright, that's probably the end of our torches. Beautiful. We don't want to forget our bedroll, of course. I've done that before, and that will end your run very quickly. Keep looking at that broom as if it's a rifle. It is not a rifle, Ace. It is just a broom. Alright, so we're heading back this way. Geez, our temp is dropping rocket fast. That is too fast for my liking, chat. We're going back. We're going to get that fire going. Let's get our temp all the way up, and that'll waste away another hour or two as well. We can get to sort of the midday time. It's still morning, so it's still very, very cold out here. What is he putting the flames out on? You know, we've got rugged hands, mate. Rugged survivalist hands. Oh, keep pressing the wrong button there. There we go. So, mistakes were made, but that's okay. hope this just lights up first time. We've been pretty lucky with the fires.
Come on. Come on.
Don't let me jinx it. Let's go.
Well,
I jinxed
that
it.
didn't work.
Heading back through the gorge. Yeah, we'll be rep. That is the plan. 35%. We need one of those books. There we go. Book, Tinder, shitty matches. I can't remember what region this connects to actually, Ripley. It's going to be interesting.
Cold is making my head feel thick.
I thought I heard something walking in the snow then. We might have our first wolf.
That did it.
That's right, we'll stay here for a little while, Mr. Wolf. Come on, little fire. So, to get our food up, we're going to have to drink the soda. That's going to give us a little bit. That is very quickly becoming the top priority. Do you want to go out there, bud? Okay, give me a sec here. I'm just going to let the dog out. We're just warming ourselves by the fire here. I suppose we'll put some more water on. Shame to waste all that heat. Back here shortly. Getting to the cabin on the lake would be mint, says Ripley. Yeah, mate. That would be nice. The, what is it? The, I can't remember now. The trapper's cabin, I think they call it. So we're just passing time here, boiling water. That is bringing our temp up and also allowing the day to pass a little bit. Ideally, we want the sun to be in the middle in the top right there. That'll be midday, and then it's going to be at its warmest. Much better to travel. 9 minutes left on the fire. Let's put another little bit of something in there. One of those torches is terrible. We'll add that one. That needs more, does it? All right, sticks for you. Isn't enough. Guess we'll give it a piece of coal. That'll solve our problem. Yeah, there we go. Alright, our temp's full now, so we'll just get that boiled, done. Take a torch out of him. Hopefully there's not a wolf outside. That fire to burn down. Got our sleeping bag, got everything else. Alright, we out. Oh yeah, much better. So with the torch, our temperature is actually... Oh no, it is dropping a little bit. It's nowhere near as bad as it was though. Oh yeah, score. So we can eat these cattail stalks for a little bit of calories. and you can use the cattail heads as a fire lighter. These might just keep us alive. I thought that was a rabbit. It's not a rabbit. Just a little bit, but it's enough. The dock hut. Yeah, totally, Ripley. Department of Conservation in New Zealand, commonly referred to as the dock. More cattails. It's probably worth us spending the time. No guaranteed food ahead. Keep an eye on our torch, make sure that doesn't run out. Stick bonanza. Can't pass up sticks. A very sticky boy. Got plenty of room at the moment to carry stuff, so we might as well fill it with useful items. Alright, moving. Our old torch is running down pretty quick. Oh, can I not activate? Oh, I can. Beautiful. Beautiful. You make mushrooms out of these tea. Gives you some antibiotic properties, I believe. Could be handy. I think one of these trees we can get acorns from. Yeah, we can. Beautiful. That'll be a good little snack too. So you can grind the acorns up and make like a coffee kind of substance. It'll give you a bit of an energy boost when you're fatigued out. Essentially, it's really all about just managing those 4 resources that we've got. The cold and the tiredness are just as important as the food and water. There's lots of different ways in the game to manage all 4 of those. And you then slap on top of that just the regular survival against the wildlife and stuff, and it makes a really interesting combo. I very much enjoy it. I mean, can't pass up more of that, can we? Man, it just looks like rabbit country, but I don't see any. Oh, is that Tiger Wolf? G'day, mate. Welcome in. I need to change that to my multi-stream chat. I think we're live over there too. We are. How you doing, Tiger? Welcome in.
Can't feel my feet.
You'll be right, mate. Put your bitch in. How's your day going, mate? Make some mushrooms out of this tea. Brother Ace has had a long day. That's too funny. Been doing good, sis Tiger. Doing some PUBG. Hell yeah. Out there shooting. How'd you go? How are your games, mate? Any chicken dinners? Alright, we're still freezing here. Shit, which way is it? No. This way. We're not dropping as badly. It's definitely still dropping. definitely do with a fire here shortly. I think we'll just take this opportunity to do it. Is it going to let us put a fire down here? I hope it does.
I'll die if I don't warm up soon.
No, it's not going to let us. Okay. So the other thing we can do is we can use our sleeping bag. That one, no. There we go. Roll up into bed here. This should give us a bit of a warmth bonus. Yep. Couple of hours. Let's try and just see what one will give us. One out of 7. That's all right, mate. Hell yeah. Okay, that has not actually given us any extra warmth. It's still too cold. Okay, dang. That's bad. We'll hold on to that. Yeah, I can't craft a fire in this zone, unfortunately, Rep. I had the exact same thought. But it's, for whatever reason, won't let us. We need to be in an actual outdoors kind of spot. This is considered too indoors, maybe. This looks alright. We'll try it here. Coal for our trouble. So when our temperature bar's like that and it's in that red, it's just all red and blotted out, that means we've got a risk of hypothermia. And if we do get the affliction of hypothermia, we are in real trouble then. This will be a very quick run. Yeah, it's not going to let us put it down in here. So we need to boost through there, through here, find somewhere we can light this fire. The road to 500 will be fraught with death. Come on, this is definitely outside. Oh, there we go. Done. 55%. We've used our accelerant. That's okay. And we've got a torch. 35. 55 is our best option. Let's run that. I could have used the torch to light it. Didn't have to use a match. That's okay. New poll: death or death? Everyone's a winner except for Ace. I'm going to turn off that view of night vision, just that gamma. You'll need to remind me after the dark nights to turn off the gamma. It's not extreme, but it does make it a bit washed out when I forget. It's been a long day in the office for me. I was very much looking forward to coming home playing this though.
Well, thank goodness for that.
So, it's just charcoal. There's our coal. Put a couple of them on. Temp's going up. Beautiful. How much time have we got on the fire? 2 hours. Time of day. Could probably spend an hour sitting here. Oh, there's a flare there. Hell yeah. So we'll get the sleeping bag out as well. That one. Double up our heat. We'll spend an hour in bed. Get nice and warm, and then we'll get moving again. Staved off the hypothermia. sneaky little fire. Rabbit! Shit, what is it? Weapons, stone. Chill out, little rabbit. Not even here. Not even here. You should go back to a little walking animation here. Oh yeah, there he is. People can play the new Daisy map is too old. I don't know what they're in for. Come back this way, little rabbit. Over here, fella. Where are you off to? There's nothing back there but train cave, mate. Oh, he stopped. He's coming back. I've completely forgotten how to aim this. Oh, it was a bloody good shot. If you're sensitive to animal violence, look away. That's how we deal with the rabbit. Hell yeah, that's a glow up. Oh, should we just cook our rabbit here? No, we need to get somewhere for the bloody... yes, I need to fix that, Ripley. You'll have to actually hit the clip button. I haven't got the command set up correctly. It just returns a dollar symbol. Which is not what it should be doing. I'll make note of that. I'll have that fixed by the weekend, mate. You'll have to do it regular old-fashioned way. So ideally we want to now push and find some shelter, because the day is slipping away from us after spending that time getting warmed up again. Pay to clip, imagine. Only subs can clip, then it would be pay to clip. I don't think we can shelter in these train cars unless there's a fire barrel already in there. Oh, one's open. I mean, yep, thank you. Another flare will come in handy. Flashlight. I mean, sure, we've got the room to carry it, but we're not going to be able to use it until there's an Aurora event. So every now and then these Aurora events will happen at night and all the electronic equipment turns back on. So very rarely, that's a wolf up there, I think. No, it's another rabbit. Do it. 2 rabbits better than 1. Didn't see his little friend there. Oh, that just went past his little nose. All the while our coldness is running down, our tiredness is running down, the daylight is fading.
Can't feel my hands.
Our dude can't feel his hands. Bounced it into him, that one. Oh shit, wrong button. Sorry, little rabbit. I'm not going to stuff around to get the other one. So, you see that little scent symbol that came up in the middle of the screen? That means that the wolves will now scent that we've got rabbits on us, and they'll be more inclined to follow us around and from further distances. So that can be a bit of a problem. We'll try and find, as I said, shelter here as quick as we can. Get these rabbits cooked up. Not too sure what we're heading towards. Just got to hope and pray here.
So cold.
Mr. Hezekiah, welcome in. No, not my first time, mate. I've maybe got a couple of 100 hours. I haven't played too much in this new region area, though. I'm hoping that's a cave. I think it is a cave. Salvation. Oh, that's a cave 2 somewhere. All right. So the only problem with a cave to somewhere is we're probably not going to be able to light a fire in here. Welcome in, Mr. Hezekiah. Pleased to meet you, mate. You played a lot of the Long Dark yourself. This is definitely my first attempt at the 500 survived in a single session, or a single survivor save. So we're on Stalker Difficulty. Just started about an hour ago, mate. So you're in on the ground floor. You're obsessed with the game? Awesome. It's a hell of a good time. I'm looking for games in my library that I can play during the week after a long day of work.
Never been so hungry in my
I've been
life.
playing so much of the Isle. It's pretty intense, and it's not very inviting after a long day's work to come home and go and try and survive in that harsh landscape. This is a bit more chill. There's a fella down there. I'm trying to commit to stream every day, Mr. Hezekiah, and the Long Dark and this challenge is going to take up much of the weekday streams for me. Yeah, slowly warming back up. We're just out of our hypothermia risk zone now. Come on, mate. Have something good.
I'll be hungry later.
I mean, yep, jerky. We'll take it. Oh yeah, never going to pass up a lemonade. Tiger Wolf asks, what is the Long Dark even about? This is my first time seeing the game. Makoto Bushi with a pretty straight answer. Survive the cold, yep. So the backstory is there's been a mysterious geomagnetic event, assumedly globally, and it's knocked out all the electronics around the world. We were flying a plane into Great Bear Island, which is here in northern Canada. I say here because I'm here in the game, not because that's where I am. I'm in Australia. And the geomagnetic storm has sort of affected all the electronics, knocked everything out, knocked your plane out of the sky, and then in the survival mode, we just crash into the world. And it's just about trying to survive and kind of figure out what the geomagnetic storm was all about. Oh, fireplace. Food. Hell yeah. Pork. Another can. A can opener. Score. And the fireplace is huge, chat. We can spend a night in here, no problem. I think we're gonna have to head that way when we head out, because our tiredness is getting pretty low. We could definitely use with filling up the old, the heat. And I think it's probably getting dark out there. It's just about to get dark out there, so that is massive for us. So there is sort of a storyline that runs underneath Tiger that you can discover. There is a story mode with various chapters that leads you around by the hand a bit, takes you through all these same regions, but kind of gives you NPCs to talk to that say, hey, go and get this for me, go and do that for me. But I much more prefer the sandbox mode that we're playing here, which is just survival mode. Actually, I can use that flare to light the fire if I'm quick. Beautiful. Flare, cattail head setter, 45, 60. Yep, 60, done. It is very unforgivable, mate. Very much so. Stalker Difficulty is the first of the hard modes. Beyond Stalker Difficulty, you have Interloper and then Misery, which just take items out of the game that you're not able to then find.
That's done.
So it does make it much, much harder on those game modes because you cannot find a rifle on Interloper, for example. But I'm such a first-person shooter fan, I couldn't imagine surviving anywhere without a rifle. Add all that in. That one's ruined. Don't really want to carry around all this firewood, so we'll burn that. Suppose we should probably drop some in case we come back through here. That'll do for now. Get rid of that flare. Get our rabbits out. Hopefully they're not frozen solid. No, they're not frozen. Beautiful. So we've got our little knife. If we could use just our hands, or not on the rabbit actually, but on various things you could just use your hands and then it'll change how long it takes you to harvest things. Actually, we can do it here. So hide and guts, we can turn the hide into various clothing items, boots and things, a hat, mittens. The guts we can use to make line and to make wire, which is really handy, but you've actually got to cure it. So once we take it out of the animal, we've then got to leave it somewhere dry, and over a period of weeks it'll cure and then become usable. So knowing that we're coming back through this zone, I'll harvest these things, and if they're not too heavy, we'll probably take them, to be fair. But if they're a little heavier, we'll probably just leave them here to cure, and then we can pick them up on our way back through when we're going to complete that next objective. And the world really changes. As Ripley said earlier, it's a really chill game, but it will really challenge you at times as well when you forget to manage something correctly. Your tiredness, your food, your water, or your coldness, a blizzard will come rolling in and you'll lose your way back to your shelter, which was literally 30 or 40 meters away, but now you can't see 2 feet in front of your face, and one of those stats is dropping, or all of them are dropping rapidly, and it kind of adds these like really dynamic challenges into the game just from the world that's around you. I really bloody love it. Oh shit, don't let the fire go out, buddy. We did. Damn it. That was a mistake. That's okay. So small mistakes like that just essentially cost us another match and another fire lighter. What are we using as the cattails here? But all that sort of stuff will build up over time. There is a finite amount of resources in the world, so there's only so many matches that you can find. Once you pick them all up, there's no more matches. You've then got to find your own way to make all those things happen. Ammunition for the weapons, sewing kits, all that sort of stuff. It's all finite, which is really cool. Pretty sure we can just cook the rabbit on here. Yep, beautiful. Whack the rabbit on these stones. We'll drop the curable items. They can stay there curing. Put down some extra fire stuff, or if we come back through here, we'll leave 10 sticks. We'll drop. What's going to take up a bunch of weight? No, everything else is pretty good. 1 kilo, 1.5. Probably don't need 5 charcoals. We'll drop a couple of them. Any NPCs to worry about at all? No, it's just the wildlife. So there's rabbits, which you don't have to worry about. The wolves are the big threat. They run around in packs. There's a lot of them, but they do tend to stick to their little zone. You won't find them in areas where they don't spawn. So if you have a bit of map knowledge, you can avoid them to a degree. Bears are a big problem, and moose are probably the biggest threat in the game. And you'll come across bears fairly regularly, and then moose fairly infrequently. But when you do, you've got to be very, very careful. The wolves are pretty prolific. They're around the world a lot. And there is a cougar that they introduced, but I don't like the cougar mechanic. It kind of stalks you around the map, and it's a bit dumb. I figure a cougar shouldn't take more than 1 308 round to put down, but they've made it pretty stupidly strong, so I've removed the cougar as part of my setup. So we're just going to wait for this rabbit to cook, then we're going to have a meal and fix our food bar, and then also sleep and fix that bloody sleep bar, because we're very, very tired. Mr. Hezekiah says they changed that. Are you talking about the cougar? So we've, just to touch on how tough it can be, Tiger Wolf, we could very easily have died there. If we hadn't turned back and spent that extra couple of hours at the fireplace and warming up, we would probably have a hyper, an affliction from the hypothermia, and then we'd be in real trouble. So it's little things like that you might not notice how dire the situation is. The teleport around. Okay, he has zones now. He doesn't teleport around to stalk you anymore. Okay, that's interesting. I might have to check that out, mate. Thank you for that. Let's immediately eat our beautiful rabbit. Hell yeah. Bit of a boost. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. Might as well put these beans on too. Oh, we've got a fancy can opener too. Hell yeah. Don't have to use our knife. Warm those beans up. What's our water situation? We've got... Oh, we've still got nearly 3 litres. We're fine for water. Get the bedroll out. It's going to be pretty quick. Pork and beans. Hell yeah. Beans and molasses with bits of what look like pork. Alright, set. That's going to burn. That'll keep us warm as well through the night. We've even got a little bonus now. You can see on our temp bar. That's from eating those pork and beans. We're now like warmed from within. Will we see it here? We will. Warming up. The food goes straight to your core, heating you from within. Protects against cold while active. That lasts just an hour. What we actually probably should have done is saved the pork and beans until we got up in the morning and then heated them up on a new fire and eaten them then, but it would have cost us 1 more match. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but again, all these resources need to be managed. I think it still probably would have been the better idea. So we're very, very tired. Hopefully we can sleep for at least 8 hours here, and that'll take us through into the morning light. Hey, Westar, welcome in. I appreciate you, mate. Always good to see you as well. I trust it's Monday morning for you. You're probably off to work very soon. Was not prepared for a tutorial on cooking beans though, mate. We do it here. We do it all here on this channel, mate. Beans tutorials as well. Do they smell if I pick them up? I think they might. No, maybe the guts do. Yeah, the guts do. Alright, we'll leave the guts there. We'll take the rabbit pelts with us. They're not cured yet. They'll take a week or so to cure. But we will take them with us because they're handy. So, food and water. Well, water's good. Food is about as good as we can get it. Our temp should be pretty good. Alright, we're venturing. It's this way, I think. Okay, let's take the charcoal and start our little mapping adventure. Pretty sure it's this way. It's definitely not that way. Beautiful. I might not touch this game resource management. I'm not good at, says Tiger Wolf. Hope you find a thermos, mate. I pray for a thermos. So I tried to map them, but it's telling us the visibility's too low. We can't map because of this fog that's around. Is this the same way we came in? No, we didn't come along a river, did we? It's hard to tell. No, we don't need to wash bloody hands. That is definitely something. That's a wolf. I just saw him standing there in the fog. Oh, maybe it was a deer and not a wolf. Not quite sure where that rope goes, but it's a long way up just to find out. We do need to be up there though. Pretty sure that bridge is our way back.
Need to find some place to escape this cold.
Only Stalker games I've played, says Tiger, is... Oh, sorry, the only survival games I've played is Stalker 2 and 7 Days to Die, righto. Yeah, Stalker 2 I've really been enjoying, but it's certainly much more of a first-person shooter horror game than a survival game. And... I mean, 7 Days to Die's got a lot of survival elements to it, but it's very much a horde shooter. Oh, geez, we immediately are freezing.
Freezing.
Oh, it's still morning. I didn't even check that. I just wandered out into the blizzard. Might be going back for another fire here, chat. Navigation, that one, that one. Alright, frostbite risk now. We're definitely going back for a fire. I'd love to hunt that deer, but we've got nothing to kill it with. We will never catch it with a knife, and the stones are not going to do the job. Oh, there's more rabbits here, though. We're going to have to brave going up that rope at some point. We'll do that later in the day. Very brave little rabbits. Come back over here, little rabbit. Oh, on the run? Hell yeah. Sorry. Here's your little friend. I hear him. I'm making that look easy. Kind of wish the forest was on console. I played a lot of the first forest game. That is a hell of a good time. I have touched on the second one, but I haven't played too much of it, to be fair. Alright, we need to get warm. Spend another couple of hours by the fire. Then we can go in, cook up these rabbits. Then we can go and climb that rope. Hopefully get out of here before the next night comes. I mean, that's about as good as it's going to get. Let's go. 55%. Come on, chat. Let's go. Second one I've not tried. Only the first one. Yeah, roger that. I really enjoyed the first one. Easily put a few 100 hours into that. So good in co-op.
That should help warm things up.
Alright, back on rabbit cutting duties. Yeah, there we go. Hide's handy. I guess we're just warming up anyway. Let's do it. Excellent. Healed our afflictions for the heat in the old body. Don't let the fire die this time. Copy that, rep. Mistakes were made. Now 23. Oh, it's fuck all. That's only a little bit. That one. We'll eat that straight away. 28 minutes. Okay, we can probably just get another bit of meat off this. 15 minutes. Beautiful. We'll leave the hide and the guts in it. The hide that takes all the time. 15 minutes just to pull the meat off it. If you want to get the hide, it's another pretty much hour. So we'll leave that for now. We'll cook the next bit. 38 minutes, 11 minutes. Put another couple of sticks on. Let's get forward on that. Little bit. Tiny little bit. 30 grams. 300, sorry. Beautiful. That one's 15 minutes away. Fire's got 40 minutes, so we'll make some more water while we're here. Eat that. Eat that. Hell yeah. Hide's 40 minutes. Guts are 15. Done. Right, temps up. We'll just make sure we pick up our cans. Drop those guts that we've harvested. They can cure. We'll come back for them on the way back through, as I said. Eventually. We're carrying this carcass. I don't think that's going to smell, but let's put it down and pick it back up. Okay, it does give us level 1. Does it act as a decoy, I wonder? Well, it does act as a decoy. That's actually pretty handy. So if we drop a decoy in front of a wolf, there's a chance he's going to go for this little rabbit, what's left of this rabbit's body, rather than for us, which could be very handy with nothing to fight the wolf with. Do our water. Hit the rope. Yeah, let's do it. tiredness is drained down a lot, just in that little jaunt around with the rabbits. Hopefully it's good enough for us to get up the rope. It's about the perfect time of day for temp. G'day, Namesrin. Welcome in, mate. We haven't died yet, so that's a good start. We've spawned in a pretty bleak area, though. We're looking for salvation here, mate. Come on, you can do it. Get up there. I'm watching our tiredness meter just drop like a stone.
I think I need to lay down.
Alright, so we're going to need to find somewhere to rest pretty quickly. I don't know if we can rest in the train car. We might be able to. We'd have to light a pretty hefty fire, though. Oh, crowbar. Massive. Hell yeah. Candy bar. Climbing rope. Ski jacket. Even more massive. That is going to do us wonders of good. Fancy. 66%. Let's go. Hell yeah. That's going to help out our temp. It still feels like -12. we need to improve some of those things. Sprain risk because we're carrying too much. So that'll be the rope. Let's just drop the rope here. That'll immediately heal our sprain risk. Yep. Back, I got spicy noodles in the microwave. Let's go, Tiger. It's not great tourism video for Canada. So I'll just make note that the rope is here. Where's our map? There's our little map. Oh, that's only for filters that we put down. Right, we can't mark it. Roger. I can probably do this, though. What would happen to my note? So I gotta select the day. Okay, there we go. Boom. No, that's not it. Just in case we need to come back. That should save to that daily log. Beautiful. And then we can, if we need to figure out what that's about, that's there. Done. Paint? Yeah, I don't have a spray can yet. You need to pick up the spray cans. And then you can, like, you mark resources and stuff on the map. Another pry bar. I guess we just pick which one's the best one. They're probably both 100 though, yep.
My fingers feel numb.
Definitely don't need to carry two. I think I can see. I can't see. Oh, the doorway. All right, let's, we've got 4 flares. Let's use one. Oh, pry bar for the door. Handy. Temp's going up. Excellent. We're gonna find someone dead in here. Oh yeah, score, fleece mittens. Blow up. Let's go. Accelerant. Hell yeah. Oh, storm lantern.
This stuff will come in handy.
That is going to fix our lighting situation, as long as we can keep it fueled. Oh, and a down vest. That'll go on a layer. Oh yeah. Windproof bonus an extra couple of degrees. Warmth bonus up to 6 degrees. Not much protection, that's okay. It's all about the warmth at the moment. I know it said exit up the other way, but we'll probably spend the night in here because it's warm enough with all these clothes now. And what's our time of day? Oh no, we've still got plenty of time actually. But our tiredness is a problem. When we climbed that rope, it took a whole lot out of us. I'm interested to see which way's which.
I'd lay down right here if I thought I'd ever wake up again.
Let's go and check the exit at the top, where we've just come past. And then we'll go down the long route. I don't know if this is just going to give us another outlook on the same area. Should probably have a sleep first before it really starts to affect us though. Pull the old sleeping bag out. Don't need a fire in here because our warmth is just good enough. The bedroll's also going to give us a little bit of a bonus. Yep, another 5 degrees bonus. So let's just put maybe 3 or 4 hours in, then we can go and check upstairs and we'll come back down for another sleep. Warming up, yeah, absolutely. Just enough to get us on the warm. Beautiful. So we're going to get a full night's rest in, but I just want to check upstairs before we go too far. Pull out our fancy new storm lantern. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, it's an exit downstairs. Maybe we didn't need to climb the rope. Oh no, there's that broken ladder. We did need to climb the rope. Okay, cool. Literally nothing down here. Oh no, you might be able to get up over there. Okay, interesting. There's another route than the rope of doom. Alright, cool. Can I close the door? No. So we're going to get a full night's sleep in. A couple of snacks for breakfast. Plenty of water still. Yeah, lots of water. Some lemonade. So a really cool element of this game is placeable items. Anything you want to place, you can place. A box of matches. You'll end up we'll end up laying out a bunch of stuff when we make our little bases around the place. It is very, very cool the way it all interacts and works with each other. So we can clear out these shelves, move all this stuff, and then start piling up cans of food or whatever, you know. It is really quite a cool little feature. Half tempted to leave the light there. Kilo. So grab that. Remember to turn that off. Ace does have a tidy base. I do try, Ripley. I do try. We don't have a base at all yet, but we'll get there. I do like things to be organized, particularly in the apocalypse, fam. Water's out, but that's okay. We can fix that. Quick snack on what we've got here. Sikorsky. And an energy bar. Let's go. That'll give us a few calories. Now, always remember to pick up your sleeping bag, chat. What's our time of day? Oh, it's still going to be bitterly cold out there. I'd be annoyed with myself if I didn't take the flashlight. Let's take that. Alright, what is weighing us down here? Torches aren't too bad if we go full, and then I think we can sort by weight. We can. There we go. I guess we could just drop a few of these things. Could there be more to explore here? Just up and down the rail, Rep, I think. I'm pretty sure it is just this little room here. We should just pass some time and have another sleep, I think. Because the coldness out there is going to kill us. Pass the time for a few hours. It's not doing our food any good, which is what we're completely out of now, but I trust we'll get something to eat on the way out. Check the time, so the sun's just come up. Now we'll sleep for 3 or 4 hours. I will wake up hungry. Yeah, we're gonna wake up hungry. It's hanging on by a thread. Sounds like it's blowing a bloody gale out there. Which is also not great for the old temp. We've got these lemonades that'll give us a little bit of food. Let's just get them in this. Creaky old cave, creaky old train tunnel.
Could end up being useful.
Oh yeah, I'll take it, for sure. Never say no to a new pair of socks, even if they are crusty. There we go. Tiny bit more, 0.2% extra warmth. They're obviously pretty damaged, so woolen at least. The other were just sports socks. They're giving us bloody stuff all. Oh yeah, we're getting cold too. Even in the tunnel, so that must be the wind whipping through, I think. Is that light flickering up in front? That's terrifying. another pry bar. Okay. Take notes. 2 pry bars.
Cold is making my head feel thick.
Pixie Ninja, welcome in. Is this a scary game? It can be a scary game. Absolutely. It's not scary just minute to minute. But when you step outside and there's a blizzard blowing and you're nearly frozen to death like we have, it becomes scary. That is bad timing for us. That is going to kill us very quickly. So we're going to have to spend a little bit more time hanging out in the cave, I think. It's an excellent game though, Pixie Ninja. I can highly recommend it, mate. It's basically just you versus the environment. I wonder if it'll let us sleep right here. Let's see. Oh, well, that's handy. You versus the cold and Mother Nature, wolves and bears and moose. But very much the environment is the big thing to fight against. The bitter cold. Thanks for jumping in too, Pixie. Pixie's another variety streamer chat. Last playing Halo. Hell yeah. Mr. Hezekiah says the greatest survival game of all time with a few caveats. I would have to think about it, but it's certainly in the conversation. So we'll do a bit of bed rest here for another couple of 3 hours. Try and get some of this warmth back. Oh, it's not giving us any warmth back. Feels like negative 16 degrees. Okay, mistakes were made. At least it stopped blowing a gale. We desperately need food. We're just gonna have to risk it here. It's not blowing a gale anymore. Come on, chocolate bar.
That'll come in handy.
Oh, some poor soul. 1 rifle bullet, single 303 cartridge. There's some spray paint, beautiful. It'll help us mark things on our little map that we're creating.
Wait. I'm so cold.
Alright, the cold is but just don't look down, chat. Don't look down. We're okay. Hypothermia risk is not what we need in our life right now. Come on, chocolate bar. Come on, beef jerky. Damn it. We actually started in that transition zone, Mr. Hezekiah. Back that way. Where their little rail, the little railways, like station is on the way out to the airport. Yeah, random, eh? I did select random, but I didn't expect it to be quite that random. So this should be a big old lumber yard down here. There's some ptarmigans. If I can be quick about this, we might get a ptarmigan. Oh shit, that's a wolf. Okay, that's bad news. Forget the ptarmigans, we've got bigger problems. So that little shed down there is salvation, absolutely. There's a bed in there. There's going to be a fireplace. But we've got a problem. Where are you, little Mr. Wolfie? It's just there somewhere. You stay back, mate. You stay back, mate. You stay back, mate. Run, you slowpoke. So he can smell that rabbit carcass that we're carrying. That's why he was so quick onto us. I think we've made it. Oh no, that's not the door. Shit. The flare's a pretty good deterrent normally. Oh yeah, he might have given up the goat there. Can't close that door. We'll come back out and loot all that in a moment. Let's get away from the wolf. Throw the carcass. Yeah, I was thinking about it, but I want my carcass. I don't want him to eat it. Alright, there's going to be all sorts of stuff in here. Pretty sure there's a fire barrel here. Yes. Even better, a forge. Hell yeah. Let's get a fire lit. First step, try and fix our affliction. So to forge, you can craft a lot of things. You can craft fishing hooks, arrowheads, the improvised knife, the improvised hatchet. You can make crampons for your feet. It didn't work. Come on, buddy. Use the flare. There we go. So we can't eat wolf meat. It will give us an intestinal parasite.
Think about his food.
If we manage to offer wolf somehow.
Turned out pretty well.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Soda, done. Straight into that. I don't want my carcass. Fuse, no, we're not doing that. Alright, so because we've got the crowbar, the pry bar just automatically will open things like that for us. Hell yeah, decent fisherman's sweater. Heavy cable knit wool sweater of the kind worn by people on cold boats. High necked and generally very warm. Also heavy. And another sweater. And a pair of socks. Now we're cooking. Hello, friend.
Feels like something is sapping my energy.
Good wine. Good old toilet water. So good. Oh yeah. Antibiotics, we'll have them. Oh yeah, pry bar was a great find.
This will come.
Another wool sweater. Yes, a scarf for our little face. That's huge. Man, this pry bar's coming in clutch. Another storm lantern. Combat pants. They won't be very warm, but we've got extra layers to put on our bloody pants, so that's good. Wasp just sitting there. Let's get all that stuff on. Hell yeah. Combat pants going on. Oh yeah, better socks. That's an upgrade. We'll hold on to those though.
My energy is just
Worn hoodie. 1.5 degrees. 1.2 on the wind chill. Done. Hell yeah. We swap one of these crappers out for the scarf. Oh, we are ready now. Our total warmth bonus is 11 degrees. And a little bit more windproof as well. A little bit more protection. That's a glow up, chat. Major glow up. Second best sweater behind the Kawit-chan. Alright, stump remover we need for ammunition crafting, so we don't need to worry about that yet.
This stuff will come in handy.
Tools we need for repairing stuff, they're probably pretty handy. So there are repair benches around the place. We might as well start gathering all this stuff together though, regardless. You need to find a repair bench or a workbench to do various things, repair certain items. You can like repair clothes and things just with a sewing kit or with a fishing rod and a fishing line and a hook. But all of the metal items, it's a different flashlight. Okay, take that. Oh, massive. This is at one of the skill books, the Frontier Shooting Guide. That is going to be a big bonus to us. Rifle would be nice. I saw that broom and thought it was a rifle for just half a second. Fleece cowl. Okay, is that even better than the scarf? 1.5. Oh, it's certainly better than that. Let's go. Our little heads all sorts of warm now. Beautiful. That'll go on the storm lantern. Go energy drink. Stamina reduces fatigue for a short while. Handy. Another shitty shit. Oh, we definitely need to sleep here in a moment. Starting to get all sorts of trouble with our sleep.
Needs this anymore.
Worn ski gloves. I mean, yes. Say less. Salty crackers. Pork and beans in here too. Let's go. Alright, so we'll dump all our fire stuff by the fire. We'll offload the extras that we've picked up. Charcoal there. Beautiful. Revolver ammo, hello. Go by weight. 69, we can... Actually, let's drain the fuel out of that one. That's empty, never mind. Just drop it. That's going to be a spare. We'll leave the tools here. I'm going to leave both the flashlights. Don't want the stump remover. Not yet, anyway. That one. Have a little bed by the fire. Have a sleep. So we'll just wake up in the middle of the night and we'll start sorting out all the food and things. I'm pretty desperate for a sleep here, so probably got enough to just keep that forge going, actually. No, we'll let it run down. Cheeky few hours. Top back up the fatigue. Alright. It's always a trick to find the fireplace. Forge. Furnace, there we go. one of those books, which is on the floor just here. Bedroll. I'm gonna have to light something to do it. Damn it! I think we can just light a match, right? We can just light a match. That's handy. That's what I want. So we'll get the fire back going. We'll cook up a few of these cans that we picked up. I failed. Failed on a 75% chance. Watch it fail again. Come on, little fire. You can do it.
Turned out pretty well.
It's not giving up much light. That's probably the only problem with it. We might have to use that in conjunction with our lantern here, unfortunately. Alright. Food. Can. Actually, I can do this, I think. Place that one. Here we go. Select that. So it only got one slot. Yeah. Evan, welcome in. Whoop whoop. Reckless as well. G'day, fam. Hawk and beans, let's go. Sure, I had another one.
Soon.
Oh, it's dog food. We can't heat up the dog food. It's not going to make it any better. We're just going to have to eat it. Ugh. Smells bad, but eating it is better than starving, probably. Yeesh. Alright. So, our time of day here, oh yeah, it's night. Let's harvest the last of this rabbit, though, before we go to bed. Get the skin off it. Thank you, little rabbit.
Think straight.
We'll drop the skins that we're carrying. That will help them cure over time. We'll just keep doing that every time we stop. Evan says, in some countries, pet food has more regulations for quality than human food. I don't doubt that. Make sure we turn off our lamp. Stash that. Find our bedroll. Get a big night's sleep in. Nope, that sound is the aurora that's popping off. So this is from the geomagnetic storm. This will mean all the electronics will work now. Pretty fancy. So there's a few spots around the map, like where you do the gunsmithing, for example, that you need to get there and then survive there and wait for an aurora before you can use any of the machinery. What also happens during the aurora, you can see all these spots where it's like sparking. If we touch that, we're dead. Game over. Also, all the animals take on like another like a secondary like stance. They all become aurorified and they kind of go a bit mad and they're like super aggressive. But there are certain things that happen in the world only during an aurora. So if you're trying to do a particular task, you might have the game will force you outside at those times. It does only happen at night as well. So at this stage, the aurora doesn't really mean too much for us, but later on in the game and later on in the run, it is a very important part about how you navigate around the world. And they just kind of happen fairly randomly, maybe one a week or one every couple of weeks. There's a battery there. That'd be handy.
Gotta go.
It's annoying.
About now.
Hungry wee sausage. Eat these crackers, mate. Oh, hacksaw score. It's a handy mid-game item, that one. We need the hacksaw to break down the car batteries that we're finding around the place. That will give us the lead we need to then craft bullets. We're a wee way from that. That jerry can is going to have fuel in it. Yeah, boy. 1.5 liters of fuel for the lantern and the jerry can. So there'll also be like items hidden around the world behind and in these like boxes and things, but you need a hatchet or whatever to hack them down. You need the hacksaw we've just found to do all the metal shelves and stuff and get behind stuff. There's a lot of like hidden items around the world that you might not have necessarily come across the first time. But when we eventually come back through this zone, we'll be much better kitted to find all that sort of stuff. At the early stage, our only concern is food and water and those basics, you know, our cold and our tiredness. We're just managing those basic resources until we start to get a bit of a kit together. The rifle is a big one. Once we find that rifle, that opens up our survival options a lot. There is another cooking barrel here. That could be better than...
This gear's starting to slow me down.
Better than the furnace. At least it's going to give us some light as well. Nut bar, hell yeah. So we'll start piling up these resources. Here by the furnace makes sense. Drop the car battery and all that sort of crud. 15 kilo, we don't need to be lugging that around. Rope we're not going to need till later. Hacksaw probably as well, to be fair. It's probably a good idea to make a note in go into our journal. We're on day 5. That tells us where we're at, where we're hanging out. Broken rail bridge, broken maintenance yard, broken railroad maintenance shed. Then we're on day 5 here. So add a note to that day. Climbing rope. Battery and hacksaw. Actually, and there's a spare mountain lamp there too. Alright, we're not going to carry that around. Flashlights times 2. One more chest to check beside the ute. Yeah, I was waiting for that those sparks to disappear. But definitely, we'll check this as well.
This could be really
Spark
useful.
plugs. What we really want now is a hatchet. That would be big for us. It will allow us to chop up all these boxes and things for more firewood. We're just consolidating all of our fire lighting stuff here. This is going to be the better fire light place for us. I don't want to burn that by accident though. That is our book. Which of course is the last thing we pick up. That. Coal. Beautiful. Should probably actually use that to fill up our lantern here. Refuel the lantern. Okay, we don't need 3 tins of that. Take the book, torches, scrap metal will leave here, lead will leave here. Probably not going to do anything with them for now. Whoops. I wait again. Definitely taking the ammo. Don't need all of these. Couple's enough. Now we've got a bunch of these. Is it daylight? Yeah, it is daylight. Cool. We've got a bunch of these spare bits of clothing, which we can really just harvest now down into cloth. So we use that cloth to repair the better pieces of clothing that we're actually wearing. So things like these 2 crappy cotton beanies. Probably most of those as well. We can break all them down. But that is all going to take time every time we go to harvest something like that. So let's go to the tote, for example. We go actions, we want to harvest it. Oh, it's not too long. 10 minutes for a piece of cloth. That's all right, actually. We'll just do that. Because our next issue is that we still don't have a really good source of food. We don't have a rifle, so we can't hunt the deer. We could go and keep stoning the rabbits, but that is just, it's wolf territory out there. So I'm of the mind to just leave all of this. We've survived another night, and we continue on to the next region in the search for a rifle. Just gonna have one last cursory look to make sure we haven't missed one leaning up in the corner somewhere. What's our time of day? Yep, it's getting close to our time of day of leaving. Probably need another sleep before we go, to be fair. You teased me, you rake. Rakes and brooms, they always get ya. Is that shoes? There's shoes. There's nothing hiding that we haven't found, I don't think. Oh, what's in the freezer actually? I didn't check that before. Nothing in the freezer. More scrap. Take our rabbit pelts with us. Alright. Ruthless time. That's going to be good for a fire to save our lives. We don't need this Kodak stuff for now. Energy drink we'll take. Drop all this extra clothing. Crafting. Oh, actually, let's check the gloves. I reckon these gloves we've got on are going to be the best, but let's see. Oh no, there's stuff all ragged fleece mittens. They're so flat, so ragged, they're not doing much for us. Worn ski gloves going to give us a bunch more. Or the worn work gloves. Ski gloves seem like the option. We'll drop the others. Clothing. So the way our journey will progress here is we're going to come back across all this stuff later in our run when we need to go back and through that whole rail section up towards the airport to complete one of the objectives. So all of this stuff in the world will stay here. Every single thing you put down, every stone you throw, you know, every arrow you shoot and sticks into the snow and you leave it and forget about it. You can come back in literally 500 days in the game and it'll still be sitting there, which is quite cool. So we can kind of just offload this stuff knowing that we can come back through and utilize it later, which is quite nice. All about that like logistical side of it, managing that. So we're looking pretty good for weight now, at least. Got a well-fed perk because we managed to prevent starvation for 72 consecutive hours. You're full of energy. You can carry more gear. Also able to face the physical trials ahead. Your condition is increased as a result. Hell yeah. Does it actually give us our total weight? There we go. 19 and a half. Of a possible 28 and a bit. I think we're good. Let's have a sleep. That one. Probably only want to get a few hours. Let's go 5. Let's go 5, and then we'll venture off into the evening. Food's hanging on pretty well. Grab our bedroll. Have we got a stone or two? We do. We got one stone. Actually, flare is probably what we want ready for the wolf. Goes immediately onto us by the sounds of it. Oh, don't pop the flare. Damn it, I was trying to search the thing. It's alright, we're gonna need it by the sounds of it.
I think I can use this.
Stay over there, Wolf.
One here.
Just check that ski jacket. That's about all I'm interested in. Can we double up on ski jackets? We can, hell yeah. Done. Another pry bar. Our pry bar is probably getting a bit damaged now. We might even swap it out. It's fluff all though, 88%, but I will. Oh, there goes the wolf past the door. You don't want this, mate. You don't want this. The flare's pretty good at staunching them out. It's not a guarantee. There's a lot of trucks here we could probably loot too, but I think we take this opportunity to get the F out of Dodge. Stay back there, Wolfie. Hey, we spoke about this. You can have it, all of it, it's yours. We'll see you in 100 days, okay? And we come back with a rifle for your ass. I think he's going back the other way, he might hurt us. You can't jump in these trucks to hide from the wolves, or not hide, but at least useful. Protect yourself from them. You're just going back the other way, alright? Don't need to ask me twice, bud. We are out. So we're going to exit this region. I think this connects to Mystery Lake. I can't remember though. It might not be. Our temp is just holding on with all these clothes we've picked up though, even with a little bit of wind and a little bit of snow. We're actually not losing temperature right now, which is pretty massive. That is a great start. Flare would be helping a little bit as well. It gives you a bit of temp. Blowing a gale now. Temp is still hanging on. Still plenty of daylight left. We did pick up our sleeping bag, didn't we? Yep, sweet. Oh, moment of panic. Thought I left the sleeping bag on the floor for a moment. Alright, where are we headed to? Oh, Forlorn Muskeg. Okay, this one is a bit brutal, this map. I think there's only one or two structures on this whole map. And there's a lot of wolves and bears and a moose as well, I think. That little hunting stand over there looks like a likely spot for a rifle if ever I saw one though. Let's go and have a look. This is a pretty harsh zone, this one. This is one of the connecting zones between various other regions. There is not much to it. There is an old trapper's cabin sort of thing down that way, which we'll probably spend the night in, if we can find something to eat. I'm alive, Ripley. How are you doing, mate? Might have to start to look and collect some more of these cat's tails, eat the cat's tail stalks. Might be on a plant diet here shortly. The peacefulness has me nodding off. Hell yeah, brother. Only interjected by the dulcet tones of Anzac Ace's commentary. That's not a good sign. Oh, granola bars, we'll have them. And a dressing your kill book to start. Not the rifle we're looking for though. we doing for weight? Oh yeah, we got heaps of room because we've got that well-fed buff. Get some sticks for the fire. Cold is just starting to drop now, but it's only 1 bar going down with all the extra layers we've got on now. We're looking pretty good. We've got gloves, we've got something on our face as well, so that'll help to prevent the burdock root. Not quite sure what you use that for. Let's get some and see. One of the new additions. Prepare the root for a crunchy bite, or as the base of an antibiotic tea. Okay, we can eat it. Hell yeah. Living off the land out here. I hear multiple wolves. You see we actually move slower walking into the wind as well. They've even modelled that. Also, it'll be slightly less cold standing behind this tree. You see how we're actually now gaining temperature because we're out of the wind. They've modelled all of that as well. It's really quite deep, all those sorts of mechanics that they have working together. Very, very cool. So with some old man's beard, the lichen, we can make that into an antiseptic bandage, which will be pretty good to help us heal. We are eventually going to be attacked by a wolf here. Trying to avoid it for as long as we can, but it's inevitable. Crash Pal, welcome in, mate. Good to see you. Happy Monday. Yeah, I think so, Ripley. Got a little bit to munch on. The storm doesn't look like it's going to get any less. It's only getting stronger. Quickly running out of daylight. Oh, there's a pack of wolves over there. There's 3 of them. I don't think we got anything on us that smells. So as long as we stay out of their visibility range, we should be okay. I'm a sucker for some cat's tails. Little group of 5 here together, that's unheard of. So this ice can get pretty thin in places, and it can break, and you can fall through it. And that is a very quick way to find your death. Not immediately, but of course it makes all your clothes wet, makes you very, very cold. You pretty much have to immediately find a fire. Oh, there's a freaking bear over there. See that in the distance? Middle screen. I reckon that's probably his cave by the looks of the bones. And more wolves off to our right.
Something's making me feel tired.
It's making scary noises, creaking and cracking. Spraying wrists now because we're getting too tired to carry all this crap around. Just gonna have to drop all our sticks. Flint, welcome in, mate. I think you're slowly becoming my favorite streamer. Hell yeah. How cool is that? Thank you, Flint, you legend. Those words of encouragement mean a lot to me, mate. Appreciate you being... That's the bear! He's right fucking there!
Can't feel my feet.
How he didn't see us, I will never know. Holy shit, that was lucky! He's right there! How do we turn that slowly into fastly? Well said, Rip. Look at the affliction spraying risk again. Because we're getting tired, we're losing our ability to carry stuff. You'll see our actual carry weight will start dropping as one of our afflictions goes down. I mean, we're carrying 3 of them. We can probably drop a couple of them. Not the pry bar. That'll help us. Do you are you the long dark enjoyer, Flint? You come across this game in your gaming adventures? It's an old favourite of mine. We need to keep this last log on us because we need it for the fire. So we're just going to have to deal with the sprain risk and hope we don't sprain our ankle. This game is sick. I like it. Survival has always been my favourite genre, and horror as well. Awesome, mate. I love a good survival game. It's probably what I'm going to mainly be playing as I stream going forward. Obviously, coming from the Isle, it's a pretty harsh survival world, that one. Played a lot of DayZ prior to starting streaming and getting into the Isle. But, Stalker 2, of course, over the last couple of weeks. We'll keep visiting Stalker 2's world. I'm going to book that in on a Saturday. You haven't happened to catch any of my Stalker 2 streams, have you? Who cares about the ankle? There's a freaking bear. Alright, we're freezing now too, and we're super, super tired. So, hopefully we can get warm enough. Now, the furnace isn't actually the best fire option for us. We're better off just making a fireplace. %. Let's go. Oh, I should have just used some gas lighter fluid and got it going.
Come on.
It's gonna do it for us. Hell yeah, little fire. Set of firewood straight on there. Don't want to burn any of that stuff. It's our water situation. Oh, it's still got nearly 3 litres. That's what we're after. Eat some cat's tails. Too busy with real life. I'm going to watch more Twitch to relax for sure. Awesome, mate. You're more than welcome to join us. I said it earlier in stream, I'm committed to streaming every day at the moment. Certainly as much as I can moving forward, now that we're a big fancy Twitch partner. Pretty bloody awesome, pretty unexpected a couple of weeks ago. So even though I've had a long day in the office today, a good 12 hours at work, come home and stream for 4 or 5. If you haven't played Subnautica, pretty cool game. I did play Subnautica, not as deeply into it as I would have liked, but I definitely put a few hours in. Apparently later in the game it gets much more exciting. I was kind of just in the shallow ocean swimming around. Alright, that is going to fix our temperature issue. Combat boots, I mean, hell yeah. Let's check their effectiveness. Better than our crappy old work boots, for sure. They're a bit wet, that's okay. We'll dry out by the fire here. Might as well put some coal on it. What are the partner benefits, asked Ripley? We get much better encoding for our stream, so it's much higher quality. We get a 24-hour Twitch partner person from Twitch to help us out with any problems we've got, which is pretty handy. If we have any questions or whatever, we do get a better cut of the revenue from subs and from ads, absolutely. The bits and things. We get tickets to TwitchCon. We get a cool little purple check mark, which I think is a nice little point of difference. Essentially just Twitch saying, hey, this streamer or this channel is proven that, you know, they're following TOS, they've got a bit of a follower base, they're quality, they might be worth your watch, worth your follow, ideally. Another down vest, we're going to leave that. No, temp's coming back. I'm tempted to just put the sleeping bag right here. It's really only the temp we're worried about. We can fix all the other things in the morning. We've got food to cook. Oh, we could drop out. I don't actually know if they're going to cure here. It might not be considered inside the pelts, but we'll try it. There we go. Oh yeah. Shame to have a fire and not cook something with it, so we might as well do water. Dragon, welcome in, mate. You need help from a dragon. Yeah, dragon would help against a bear, I'm pretty sure. Another bedroll.
It's dusk, so night can't be far behind.
Oh, that's the rabbit pouch I just dropped. Picked all of them up again. I thought it was firewood for a second. You can stay there. There's an actual bed we can sleep in. That's nice.
This'll come in handy. Hell
yeah, another book to learn. Improves your cooking. And some banged up dog food. Cloth. Get our warmth back. We are going to start our little fire pile. Burnables and then fire lighting stuff on the other side. Going to keep one book with us. It's very handy to light a fire in a pinch. Water's probably getting close. Yep. Make sure we pick them up. Off to bed with us. Wolves should leave us alone in here, I'm pretty sure. Get the full 8 hours. Lonnie, welcome in, mate. Dragon asking what's the lore with the game. I'm not sure what year it's set, but it's probably like the 90s, I reckon. It's kind of set. And you're a bush pilot running supplies into this area called the Great Bear Island. It's been modeled off Vancouver Island in Canada, so it's northwestern Canada. And there's been as you're flying in, there's this big geomagnetic storm that, for all intents and purposes, has affected the entire world with like this apocalyptic event. And it's cut out. It's like what are they called? What's the thing that cuts out all the power? Anyway, this geomagnetic storm has done it. It's cut out all the power, so all electronics has stopped working. It made your plane crash. We've crashed in the wilderness, and we're now trying to survive that crash. And there is a bit of a backstory and a story that runs under the surface that you can discover through all these various things. But I'm not going to just tell you all of that, because we will get through those sort of objectives as we play through. EMP, that's the word I was looking for, Ripley. Thank you. Yeah, I'm feeling much better, Lonnie. I was back to work today. I'm just a bit tired from work, mate. Thank you for dropping in, my friend. Appreciate you. What is that? Is that something there? Gauntlets. Oh, okay. So there is actually it's called Wintermute. There is actually a story mode to this game where you play through chapters, and it takes you through all of these maps with NPCs in here that give you various missions to go to this place and get me that thing and whatever it might be. I am just playing in the survival mode, which is a sandbox mode, but all of those story elements are still in the game. They're just told naturally by the game world through notes and through, various locations that you come across. There are a couple of sort of objective-based missions in the sandbox world as well that we'll be looking to complete as we play through, to ideally surviving 500 days. So I think we've got through about our first week now. Oh, we're on day 6 today, so we've nearly survived a full week, which is the first hurdle. A couple of close calls along the way. What do we need to do here? We need to get our food sorted. We probably need to rest a little longer. Probably don't need a fire at this stage. It is very dark and cold out there. The sun is still not quite peeking up over the horizon. There's not too much point in exploring. Just gather a bit more firewood around the place. Check our local area.
What have we here?
Oh, hell yes. Sewing kit. That's massive. That sewing kit's going to allow us to spend some time repairing all of these bits of clothing we've got. Workbench there, hammer. Okay, I'll remember the hammer. Another sewing kit. Poggers. Mr. Slugs, welcome in. Morning to you.
That'll come in handy.
Another hacksaw. Flask, let's go. Thermos is massive. We can utilize that for some bonuses while we're out in the world. Okay, so we'll get rid of this wood here. We'll do some repairs in the daylight. We'll probably just have some food and have another sleep. We've got 6 bits of cloth here we can use for those repairs. Excellent. Do we take the hacksaw? I reckon we leave the hacksaw here. We're not going to need that for a while, I don't think. It's all about weight management at this part of the game. And the heavy hammer is huge. We need that to craft a few of the later game items. So we'll have a quick bite here. Have another sleep for a few hours. Cut wood. With the hacksaw, you can cut down these saplings. So to make the improvised bow, we need to find some maple or birch saplings. One or the other does the bow, and then the other one does the arrows. And you need that either the hatchet or the hacksaw to do that. But you can also use it to like break up all of these things. Anything that's got a name, like see how it's flashing up saying plank, I could cut that down into wood. And then you could use it would turn into these reclaimed woods, and then you could use them for the fire. So you'll find as time goes on, you slowly start hacking all the boxes and everything down in your safe house to use as firewood, which is pretty realistic. It's how it would go down, you know. We don't need that chair. We're cold. Let's burn the chair, you know. I'm actually getting pretty cold here. I didn't think that was going to be a problem. Advanced time was thinking, okay, so the bed isn't actually going to give us as much warmth as we hoped. The bed bonus is 5 degrees, but it's still going to feel like -9. So our coldness will continue dropping. So we are actually going to need a fire here. Lucky we've got just the things. Save our book. Definitely not one of them. Let's just put some accelerant on it. Squirt a bit of lighter fluid on it. Cool.
So cold. Just want to lay down for a bit.
There we go, that'll fix that. Hour 57 on the fire. Do some repairs now on our clothing. What needs it the most? 60, 60, 60, 96. Combat pants, probably a good one. So it's all like it's like a skill check. You can see there, chance of success 70%. It will repair at 30% if we get it. We can increase our skill in repair by reading the like clothing repair book, that you kind of learn it faster, or just by repetitively doing it, and we'll slowly learn the skill over time. Been there, done that. Woke up in 5 degrees when camping. It's chilly, mate. It's been getting very cold here lately. I think it's going to be like 3 or 4 degrees tomorrow, later today. So beautiful. We got 30% into that, so that's pretty good. 80% is damn good for the combat pants. We'll keep looking around here. 66, probably gloves. These fleeces are definitely going to be one because they give us a lot of warmth. So let's repair one of these up as well. It takes a full hour to repair the fleece. We got an hour and a half on the fire. So that's probably pretty good timing. We'll do one of those fleeces. Hopefully it doesn't crap out on us. Is this game Alaskan Survival Simulator? Asked Mr. Slakes. It's northwestern Canada. Great Bear Island, they've called it. And it's modelled off Vancouver Island. Yep, pretty much. Pretty much. Some more wood on there. So it's just it's very much a game about managing all of these things, you know. Particularly when you're going for a 500-day run like we are without a single death. I could easily have gone in to repair that piece of clothing then, not realizing the fire would have run out while we were doing it, and then that takes us another match and another this to light it, and another bit of that, and that would have wasted our little squirt of our fuel or whatever. So it's really deep mechanics in that regard, and I really enjoy it. All right, brother, I've got to go to bed.
Like
Back tomorrow. Have an awesome rest of your run. Thanks, mate. Yeah, we'll go for another hour or so here. Pentagon showing up just as Ripley's going to bed. Classic. Alright, so that repaired that a little bit. Got that up to 90%. So that's now going to give us better warmth than it was at its lower percentage. It's up to 1.8 degrees extra warmth. This is a wind chill, so that'll affect the wind coming through and freezing us. That is its waterproofness, so when we get rained or snowed on, all of these things are modeled. The protection from when we get attacked by a wolf, which is going to happen at some stage. That's just its condition, and then obviously its weight. Probably one of these jackets if we can. How much have we got? Hour 30 left on the fire. We're nice and warm. So we'll repair one of these jackets now. 65%. It's not too bad, but it's probably worth us getting it up. 45 minutes. 70% chance of success. It's going to put 30% in it. It's going to cost us 2 cloth, and it'll take 5% out of the sewing kit. Cross your fingers. Failed, so we now lose those 2 bits of cloth. We also lose the 5% durability. We also lose however much time that was, and we're now out of cloth. Don't think we're carrying any extra, but that's okay. We did the main things. That was just a bit of a booster. Have another little munch. We'll head to bed. Nice and warm now. Week off for Ripley? Hell yeah, brother. Let's go. Yeah, night to you, Ripley. Thanks for hanging out, mate. Always good to see you. We might as well just smash some of these, I think. Dog food, let's go. A spare bedroll? Oh, I don't know if we can do that. Maybe we can. I'll check.
That'll come in handy.
Let's see. Let's see. Oh, we can. Oh no, that's repair. Harvest 10 cloth. Hell yeah. That is a great call, Ripley. Thank you, sir. Gonna want to keep our fire going here, though. Let's put a bit more on it. It's gonna take a while to do that. Fire crackling already has me falling asleep. Just got home and enjoying dinner. Hell yeah, Penner. Alright, so we're now got 4 hours on this fire. Great call from Ripley. We can tear this down over an hour and a half and we'll get 10 cloth out of it. Let's do that. We've got a spare one. My parting gift, 10 cloth. Thank you, mate. That's too funny. 2.5 on the fire. We're getting pretty tired, but that's okay. We'll push through here while we've got the warmth from the fire. Try another hand at getting this ski jacket up to 100% or close to it. Come on. 2 75% in a row, and we've failed them both. Sometimes this game. Come on. Surely not 3. Yes. So that's taking that ski jacket up to 95%. This gives it an extra 5.5 of a degree, extra wind chill protection, all sorts of good stuff in there. All good stuff. These are both good, fleece and that. Gloves at 65. Let's do the ski gloves.
I need snow.
30 minutes.
Kill me.
Yeah, we got plenty of time on the fire. We'll have a drink of water so he stops complaining. See how much water are we sitting on? I usually like to have at least 3 or over 2 liters anyway, so we're still in that Goldilocks zone. 2.5 liters. Do the repair on the gloves. 70% chance of a success. Let's go. Got them up to 90%. Can you melt snow? Yeah, Dragon. That's how we do our water. You put eventually we'll get a cooking pot, which is much more efficient than doing half a liter at a time. So essentially there's water all around you because you can melt the snow, but you need the fire to do it, which is how they kind of restrict you. And then obviously the receptacle to put it in this case, just cans from our pork and beans. So while that's boiling away, we'll just check that we've looted everything. Actually, that down vest could be a good one for more cloth. We probably don't need it now though. Ripley's parting gift. Drop the work gloves. Extra pair of socks. Ragged wool socks. We've dropped them. Don't want that scrap metal. So hacksaw, heavy hammer. We'll make notes of these things. Day 6, note. Cool. Beautiful. Off to bed with us. Rabbits not curing, I don't think. Have another sleep and we'll see. Shit, we probably just want to spend a whole nother day here if that's the case. It's our food situation. Yeah, it will last another day. Maybe we try and push a sneaky push through. Let's go for it. We'll go and try and sneakily push through to the next map here. All in the same day. How much daylight do we got? Oh yeah, we got enough. It's a little bit chilly out there by the looks of it, but we should be okay. We've just increased all of our warmth from all the clothes we've got. Our weight is pretty high. Yeah, they're not curing, so we'll take them with us. A couple of them for fire lighting. Piece of coal. Everything else can stay, I think. We've got our bedroll, beautiful. Oh, cans. Don't forget those. Oh, I haven't opened that.
Could end up being useful.
Fishing tackle, we'll take it. Another jacket. Let's drop the jacket. Extra jacket, 56%. You can stay there. Oh, yeah. Even with the wind blowing, we're looking pretty good. Our temp isn't dropping. That's the main thing. So we're going to retrace our steps here just back up to the rail line. Then we're going to head the other way across the muskeg. We need to get to the other side, and then that is into Mystery Lake, I'm pretty sure. And that is a great little spot to set up our first proper base. There's a Department of Conservation, as we call them in New Zealand, cabin there. It's got a workbench. It's got a couple of internal fireplaces, in fact. And it's a good little region to loot around for a while. We'll probably spend our next week just hanging out there, consolidating, building up a bit of a safe house. All that ice nearly cracked on us. Don't know if you caught that, but a little exclamation mark came up on the screen when that cracking sound happened. There's a chance when that's up on screen that you're going to fall through the ice, and that would have really ruined my entire plan here. There are wolves and bears, Mr. Slugs, absolutely. And the moose as well, which are probably the most dangerous. You might be able to hear the wolves howling. Just shut up shop there for a mo. And we are without a weapon. We've got a little knife, but we can't use that offensively. We can only use it to stab them when they've come in and jumped on us already. So I'll take that. Oh, that's the wood I dropped earlier. We'll take that for sure. So the environment itself, the cold weather is your biggest threat. but there are also bears that roam around and wolves that roam around. And this is bear country. $20 subs if you hug a bear. That will end our run immediately. Lagoon. There's a wolf over there, center screen. You just see him standing. So over time as well on the Stalker difficulty, the world actually gets colder as you survive for longer. So the difficulty increases, and all of the resources, apart from like sticks that will spawn off these trees and drop on the ground, all the resources are finite. So every cupboard and every glove box and everything that we pick up and loot, that is it. It's one use only. You're not going to go back to that. Like, we could come back in 500 days from now in the same save, and all of those items that we've dropped back there are still going to be sitting there. Those sticks are still going to be sitting on the ground where we left them. Every stone that you throw, you know, all the food that we consume and all that, that's never coming back. So it's very much about the world is pretty large. There's a lot to explore and a lot to get through, but it is as much about that resource management, as I said, as it is about the just daily survival of avoiding wolf packs and all of those sorts of things. So initially when you're playing the game, you will die a lot. There is a lot of hidden dangers out here where you might just not manage a resource correctly, or, you know, will miss that you're in fact really tired or really cold or hungry or thirsty when you go out on your big adventure, and then compound that by getting trapped in a blizzard. There's a bear. Way up the rail, exactly where we want to go. You see him on the right hand side there. Ah, that is a bastard. We don't want to spend too long out here because we are going to, our tiredness is dropping. We do need to find our way to the next map here, which is directly that way. Which way is he going? If he keeps going left, we're in luck. If he turns and comes this way, it is not good. Take this opportunity to eat a granola bar. Think about our situation. Well, shit. Three wolves over there. I could go round here, but all of that ice is dead. Is death, I reckon. We're gonna find our way through the ice up that way. He is definitely coming this way. Okay. He's stuck. Keep going, buddy. Oh, he's hunting something. He might be on rabbit or something. So all the animals will interact with each other in the world as well. The wolves and bears will hunt rabbits and deer and each other. The wolves won't hunt the bear, but the bear will hunt the wolves. You can scavenge from their carcasses and things. So if those wolves or that bear gets on a deer, they might not eat it all. And we'd be able to get in there and cut a piece of meat off. And even the hide and the guts that we can use for various things. That's worked out okay, actually. Just keep going that way, Mr. Bear. There's nothing over here for you. Have I played the Reforger DayZ mod yet? I have actually. I did jump onto the DayZ server that they had running maybe 3 or 4 months ago, just for a quick session. It was all right. Being a big DayZ fan, it wasn't DayZ, but you know, the guts are there. How about you, Honey Badger? Thoughts? Yeah, thoughts needs more time to cook. Definitely cool in the new engine, but I wouldn't be giving away DayZ for it quite yet. Oh shit! Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! Fuck, they gave me a fright. I'll catch up with you in a mo there, Skull. His little buddy ran off. This one is determined. Just happily wandering along, thinking the bear was the only threat, but no. Wolf Boy wants to go. You just stay there, Wolf Boy. So the question is this flare and going to last long enough to get us to safety? Oh, I really wanted to loot through all of this too. Damn you, Wolf. Oh, he might be going away? No, he's not going away.
Hope I can still
Beans, hell yeah. Matches, thank you. Message, we'll have that. Cloth, sure. Revolver ammo, beautiful. And ammo on the ground. That's our weight situation, getting dire. I think he did go that way. Oh, he has. Oh man, we should probably spend a night here, right? The fuck was that? It's further than I remember for us to go. I think we are going to spend the night here. We've got a fireplace. We can put our bed down. Just got to watch the door for the wolf, but that'll be okay. Let's get a fire lit. That's always a good one to keep the wolves at bay. We'll leave all that stuff. Flare, tail, wood. Radio bleep from Skull. Greetings, Commander. We've got a report that you've gone into the cold winter snow by yourself. We're sending food and water supplies to you shortly. Hell yeah, please. Heli drop.
Come on.
That didn't work. Let's use the book. 80%. Good luck with the mission. We wait your arrival back at camp in one piece. Bleep. Still tossing up on buying Reforger, says Honey. I bought it with high hopes. It is good, but I just haven't found my Reforger groove. I played a lot of Arma 2, of course Arma 3 and like co-op mods and stuff. Not much PvP in Arma 3, but I played a lot of PvP in Arma 2, and it's a very particular like desire to play one of those games, and Reforger really slots right in there for me. You need to feel like it. It's not going to be, for me at least, it's not going to be a game that I'm going to main, you know. I'm not going to get lost in the world of Arma Reforger. Fun, for sure, and, you know, they've done a great job with it, but I'm not going to say I've got buyer's regret, but I've probably spent 15 hours in there, whereas Arma 2 I've got over 1,000 hours. Arma 3 I'm probably 2,000 hours. You know, I just don't find myself feeling like playing Arma PvP very much. Altus Life player for ages. Hell yeah. Altus is awesome. Yeah, we played all sorts. We ran our own servers and all sorts of stuff in years gone by. We'll leave that there for Wolfie to get the message. You stay out, Wolfie. This is not your trailer tonight. We've got some pork and beans to cook. Hell yeah. 5,000 hours on Armor 3 for honey. Hell yeah, mate. That's all time. See, I think, like, to scratch that itch that arises every now and then, that armor PvP itch, I'd rather play squad, you know? Or how let loose, which kind of says it all. You need so much more organization than people generally have, and I'm not going down the pathway of getting in another clan and doing that whole thing. It just takes over your life, you know? I want to jump in, have a quick, fun game. I say quick, I'll play Hell Let Loose for 8 hours, but you know what I mean, without any commitment of who's doing the logistics, who's doing this part of it, who's doing this part of it, who's got enough of a rank to spawn in a helicopter and then actually have the ability to fly it and all of those things. It's a lot of setup armor, and in a PvP environment it can be over like that, you know, and it kind of leaves you with a bit of a feels bad. Whereas games like Squad and Hell Let Loose is so much easier to just jump into and have a game of. Have more on DayZ if I can make it work more than a few hours at a time. Okay, that's interesting. So it does work, but it doesn't work for long. That sucks. Can I put that in the thermos, I wonder? It's our thermos. No items in inventory. Okay, it's got to be water. I can't put the pork and beans in there. That would have been cool as. You ever played Battlefield Bad Company? I think I did, actually. With all the destructible environments and things. I think I just played the story though. I don't think I've ever played Battlefield PvP. Just played that Bad Company games through the story for a while. I wonder if we can just boil water here and then we can put that in the thermos. Let's see. Alright, we're getting pretty tired. Get the mattress down in the back. Somewhere there it worked just for a moment.
It's getting dark out here. Time to
Here
look
it
for
is.
shelter.
Okay, copy that. The snipers are fun, says Mr. Slugs. In Battlefield. I love beans, says Skull, but the aftermath is what is the problem. Lol. Beans, the musical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. Yeah, I think this was the right decision to camp here. We'd be freezing to death out there somewhere right now. Mr. Wolfie had enough of our flare at least. Okay, so now we've got that water. No, still can't do it. Okay. Maybe because it's not boiled water, it just becomes potable water to drink. We actually need like one of the teas or something. That must be it. Them. That's another good one, Mr. Slice. It should be their slogan. Okay. Weight management. By the time doing that, I suppose we've got these bloody torches we could work. We could drop them. That's a kilo if we had to. We don't want that. Don't want them. Time for bed. Another lovely evening. Hopefully we don't freeze to death out here. We're gonna find out. Cross your fingers that we wake up, chat. Well, we're alive. We're just very thirsty. That's okay. We can deal with thirsty. It rhymes. It must be true. We didn't sleep as long as we wanted, because we woke up because we were thirsty. That's alright, we can have another few hours here. That doesn't sound good. Oh yeah, our temp has dropped pretty dramatically. Still early morning, get the fire going again. Keeps your friends away. Four-hour fire, let's go. Should warm us up. So we can do some more crafting because we're essentially now just gonna wait for this bloody foul beast to pass. Got 4 hours in the fire. So we'll make some of these teas and things that we can craft out of all the stuff we've been picking up from the world, like these roots and things. Paired acorns. Okay, cool. 10 minutes. Paired burdock. Let's go. I can do a bunch of them at the same time, it looks like. We'll do that. This stream brought to you by beans. I've eaten my fair share of beans in my life. Oh, sounds like the storm has abated. Oh, we're doing our burdock root now. How do we cook that stuff? Here we go, cook. Prepared burdock. Oh, there we go. Makes a burdock tea. Natural antibiotic. Let's go. Let's get another one of them going then. Have one for the road, and we'll put one in our fancy thermos. 13 minutes, 11 minutes, still 3 hours on the fire. Time to do another. Prepared rose hips. Let's do that. 15 minutes, perfect. Gingerbread Man 99 coming in with a follow on Twitch. Thank you, mate. Pleased to meet you. We've got burdock tea. Now, will this transfer work? Thermos, transfer. Yes, hot. Let's go. Okay, insulated flask. Hell yeah, it can hold a whole lot too. We've got plenty more on the fire, so we might as well keep going. I wonder if we can mix drinks. Probably not, right? Just cook another burdock. Might be worth turning down the sounds here, Spanner. Okay, but the game sounds a bit loud, is it? It is when the storm's coming in. I can probably agree with you there. This is some Bear Grylls type shit. Radio message from Skull. Commander, we have reports that the weather has become ruthless out there. Keep a fire going when possible. Try to keep in a straight line so you don't get circled around. Mate, when the blizzard comes in and you can't see in front of your face, it's a real challenge. Supply helicopter has aborted the flight as it's rendered their vision blind. Better now, it's just for the storm. Yeah, copy that, Penner. I took 10% off it. See how that suits. Okay, we've got our burdock tea. We'll pick up our cans here. So that one, thermos, transfer. Hell yeah. Let's go. Don't forget to pick up our bedroll. Time of day is still morning. It's going to be a little cold. It is a little cold. It's just dropping on us. So that's right. We'll hang out here for another hour just preparing some more of those bits and pieces. Sit by the fire. $50 minutes to do 5 acorns. Or 5 handfuls, maybe. That's how they've done it. What's our time now? Getting closer to midday. It's where we want it. We should now have... Oh, we can't eat the acorns yet. Okay. Do we have to cook the acorns? That's interesting. Let's see. Can cook. Oh, we do. We can't just eat raw acorns. We got to cook them up. All right, let's do that. Oops. That one. Cook. Acorns. 10 minutes. 10 minutes till the acorns are ready. Just imagine the character singing I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Yeah. It's pretty wide open for some playlists, this game, but it does take away from the immersion. Okay, acorns, alright. Hot acorns for lunch, let's go. They don't give us very much at all. That was a lot of effort for not very much food, but we're alive. It's probably got vitamin C or something in it. That's something we do need to worry about. There is scurvy in the game. You do not want to be getting scurvy out here, chat. Might as well just eat it all, really, while we're waiting by the fire. Actually, I'm turning the in-game music down just a touch. Speaking of immersion. Probably loud enough. Supreme Hobo Survival right here. Anzac Ace, only cracked gameplay around here, boys. 360 no scopes. Hobo Survival. Get off my train. Too funny. Okay. Time of day. Coming up on midday. If we stand out in the cold... Oh, it's still cold enough. It's not terrible, though. And we do have our thermos. What else can we prepare, though? We've still got an hour and a half in the fire. I hate leaving time in the fire. I think we got some old man's beard. Oh, yeah, we can get some dressings out of this. This is a good antiseptic dressing that we can make. That's my dollar. I seen it first. Tender, we can't do any bandages. We got a couple of bandages, should be okay. Let's get a couple more. Couldn't hurt to have a couple more bandages. I'll cut ya. Oh, Gil. Don't need head wrap. Don't need hand wraps. All sorts of fancy stuff you can make for your base. Alright, we out. Wait, we got our sleeping bag? Yep. I don't think we need that one. I think we've got 2 already. We do. 2's enough. 2 recycled cans. A little bit of water. It's a brand new day. We have survived 7 days. Let's go. First week is the hardest. That is for sure. So you see those, you might not be able to see them, those crows over there flying around a circle. That means there's a body there. It could be a human body or it could be a carcass that the wolves or the bear has killed a deer. So we could go over there and scavenge if we wanted to, but we've got a mission. We'll keep on that mission. I don't much fancy crossing the ice. We don't have to cross the ice if we go through here. So the thing about it being possibly a human body is that if it is a human body, there is a small chance, but a chance that there'll be a revolver or a rifle there. And that is the next big step in our survival. No balls, says Mr. Slugs. I don't want to will it on us, but if we fall through the ice, it could very well happen at some stage in this playthrough. It is all over for us. It is a very difficult way back from falling through the bloody ice. It is a dead deer. Okay, so this would have been killed in the night by those wolves, probably. I don't see them around here. It's absolutely frozen solid. So to get half a kilo of meat is going to take us 15 minutes. So, a couple of options we have here with the deer. We could, they've modeled this in the game, we could light a fire next to this deer and it would thaw out the carcass. How's that for deep survival? We could also quarter the deer. It would take us an hour and a half and then we just cut it into big quarters and haul them off with us. Neither of those things we're going to do. The meat's looking pretty rancid, to be fair. I would love to get the deer hide. Because it's frozen, it's going to take us 40 minutes though. So all of that would just be extra. I think we're just going to leave it. But we do have the option to do all of those things. We don't know what the weather's going to do. We're on a mission to our little base, so let's just keep moving. I do hear the wolves in the distance as well. All those actions take much less time if the deer's not frozen solid, which eventually, when we get a rifle and we can shoot our own deer, they won't be frozen solid. They'll be nice and warm, ready to cut up. You don't need to worry about things do spoil in the game, but it takes a while. You can leave your meat on the ground outside and it will kind of freeze up. Not quite freeze up, but it takes maybe a week or 2 in game. I can't remember exactly how long before anything spoils, any fresh meat. The wolves can smell it though, so it's a bit of a trade-off whether you leave all your meat out around the place. So the reason I got the torch here is it's just giving us that tiny little bit of extra warmth, meaning that we're staying at neutral rather than dropping away slowly. could have sworn I saw something then. Night, Panna. Auto mod has taken the piss. What, did you have something? I see. Sorry. I've got my multi-chat on because I'm streaming on YouTube as well. So it doesn't give me all of the messages. I have to look over to the other screen there, Mr. Slugs. But there you go. I'll allow it. And good night to you, Panna. Thanks for hanging out, mate. Come and join us tomorrow for week 2. Probably not far from bed myself, to be fair. Coming up on midnight here. Ideally, I can push through to this next cabin. We'll do a little tour, and then we'll call it. I'm back in the office tomorrow. Likewise throughout the rest of the week, but I'm keen to be streaming this every evening. Thank each and every one of you for hanging out. Something a bit different for us again. I mean, it's a survival game, but it's certainly not dinos. It's definitely no PvP. Appreciate you all for jumping in and joining me. It's encouraging to have a few of you watching while I try out these new things. Exactly, Mr. Slugs. It was exactly my thoughts. Alright, we're getting pretty close to the cabin now. We're not going to need this flare much longer. Not going to bother lighting the next one. Local wolves howling. They are very far away though. That's where you want the wolves, far away. Now, everyone think rightfully thoughts, okay? Oh, that's a moose. That's not just a deer. Okay, that moose doesn't look like much. That is the most dangerous animal in this game. Much more dangerous than a bear. They will absolutely ruin our lives. Speedy Fire Eagle coming in with a raid. Hell yeah, brother. Welcome in, Speedy. Welcome in, Raiders. Get down. Happy Monday, you lot. Welcome in, welcome in. How was your stream, Speedy? Thank you for the raid, brother. Welcome in, one and all. If you're not sure where you found yourselves, you raiders, I'm Anzac Ace. Right here is Melbourne, Australia. Right there is Great Bear Island. We're playing the Long Dark. We've just survived our first week, and I'm hoping to survive this moose. We're just going to run for it. We good? We good? He's not interested. Hell yeah. Mikasa Asukasa. Chat. This will be our home for the next stream tomorrow. We're going to go for another weekend game, ideally looting around this region. There's lots to explore. Ideally we find a rifle and we can shoot that moose. That would be absolutely end game good for us. Game looks super immersive, says Mr. Slugs. It really is, mate. It is super immersive. Very, very cool. It is a good time in here. So I saw what's inside the big hexagon building in the aisle. I'm shook. Also, right before that, I found a door that led straight to under the map. So naturally had to take a terror down there. Hell yeah. Yeah, this is a proper cabin, Mr. Slugs. Okay, you're shook. Well, I mean, spoilers, please. Tell us, Speedy, what did you discover? Look, there's tins of sardines, there's coffee, hell yeah. Paint there, granola bar. All this stuff we can search. Lemonade, never pass up lemonade. Cooking oil, oh, the frying pan, let's go. Skillet, put the skillet on there. So there's a potbelly stove downstairs here. There is also this workbench, which is pretty poggers. Oh, a whetstone. That will repair our knife. That is amazingly good. It's a proper cabin. This is home. This is home. So we'll dump a bunch of our medical stuff in here. So this is one of the sort of main cabins, the main bases that we'll set up. We don't bother too much on those maps that we've moved through. They're really just transition zones. Probably only need a couple of them. Leave all that in there. So, really cool thing you would have seen in the top left-hand corner, now that we're in this like proper little cabin, we can press Y and we can edit all of this stuff. Right? So we could, like for that table, we can destroy the table, get rid of that, clean that up. We could, you know, move this chair. If the table had a leg, we could put the chair next to the table, put a little chair next to the fire. You can do this in any closable building in this game. Any building that's closed from the outside and is its own like instance. So you'll see we'll go through a saves, like a loading and a saving screen, like this screen. Any building in the game that you can go through that screen in, you can edit in that way. Pretty freaking incredible. For those of you that like immersion and like to spend hours OCDing out and fixing all these sorts of things up, man, this is a game within a game when you start playing with your safe house. And there's a dozen maps with, you know, multiple buildings in every map that all join together. And now on our journey to reach 500 days survived, we're 7 days in, and this is a great position to be in. I'm going to have a quick look around for a rifle. Okay, that is really all I'm after at this point. That would round out the stream perfectly if we manage to get a firearm out of the deal. Pretty happy nonetheless. We'll bother doing all that fancy moving and shuffling and OCDing later. Just do a quick loot around here. Let's do the bottom floor before we go upstairs. So the game's really good at this. There are containers in the game, like these filing cabinets, right? Random number generator decides if we're going to pull something out of that. But you can see all around the world, there's stuff that was flour I just picked up. It's quite an obvious one. There's a spray can. There's a jerry can sitting there. Search potato sack might have something in it. So this jerry can's going to have potatoes. Beautiful. This jerry can's going to have fuel in it for our fire, for our lantern, the storm lantern we're using. But much like all of those editable world items, all these things you can move all the objects in the world too. So we'll put that there, and then we'll put that next to that. And then we could line up this table with, you know, all our cans of food or whatever it might be. We'd scrap everything but the bed and the sink, says Mr. Slugs. Predators can't get in. No, we're completely safe from predators in here. So all of that side of the game is just so well implemented. It's got like a really kind of, you might say, cutesy art style, but the mechanics that are running under the hood in this game are freaking incredible. Blows me away every time I get into this world. Well worth your time if you're a survival game fan. Oats, I mean, yes. Brother, can I have some oats? So, nothing downstairs rifle-wise. Come on upstairs.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Alright, Speedy. A mostly fleshed out ecosystem. I was searching to see if fish by chance spawn in the water, but like there's water in there, waterfalls, concrete structures, and a full jungle and a half of a jungle submerged in water. Okay, that's cool. West Access Human Buildings had a building with a door that was definitely unfinished. That was what got me inside the Hexagon building by landing on the multiple giant rocks under the map and then walking into a corner where the real ground meets the rock. Okay, that sounds bloody tech. Definitely was on a timer due to hunger, though, right? Been eyeing this game before, but never saw much gameplay. Okay, mate, well, welcome in. I'm pretty close to finishing stream here. I've got another big day in the office tomorrow, but I'm committed to my new challenge to survive 500 days in this world without a single death. So weekdays, Speedy, I'll be streaming this, mate. Come back and enjoy the stream tomorrow. There's no rifle here, chat. It's a very nice dream catcher above that bed. Alright, is that all she wrote? The longer dark. Yes, well said, Speedy. The longest dark. That's too funny. Maurizio8969 coming in with the follow on Twitch. Thank you, Maurizio. Appreciate you, mate. So I'm going to leave it there, chat. I appreciate each and every one of you for jumping in for something a bit different. It's a survival game, yes, but it's not like the other survival games we've been playing, that's for sure. I really enjoy it. As I said, it's going to be my weekday stream going forward for the next few weeks at least. We'll be back on for some Precinct on Friday, back on for some Stalker on Saturday, and then back on the Isle on Sunday. So check out my schedule if you haven't come across that yet already. If you're new to the channel, get around the socials, chat. Throw me a follow on Twitch. Follows are free. They do mean a lot. Another shout out here for our boy Speedy as well. Always supporting this channel with his bloody raids. You bloody legend. Appreciate you, Speedy. Speedy Fire Eagle. Another variety streamer. Loves himself some Isle, but plays all sorts of stuff as well. Was recently playing Fishing Simulator. Was playing Farming Sim. Always a good time hanging out with Speedy. So if you haven't come across Speedy in your content creator or your content seeking journey, make sure you jump over to Speedy and give him a follow as well, you lot. It does mean the world to us smaller content creators, those follows. There's all my socials. Get on the Discord. It's open invite. Come and join us there. We're building a pretty awesome community. The YouTube, a particular shout out for the YouTube. I am clawing my way to 500 subscribers on YouTube. That will mean a lot for me in my journey in making this my full time. Monetizing the YouTube will essentially just give me a second revenue stream, and then all the things become reality. So go and jump on the YouTube. Got some excellent shorts content coming out on there. Appreciate all of you for watching over on YouTube this evening as well. Twitch is definitely the home base, but YouTube's doing their thing as well. The TikTok there, of course. And thank you from me to you. Appreciate you all hanging out on your late Monday or early Monday mornings, wherever you are in the world. We'll catch you on the next one, which will be tomorrow. Hell yeah, let's go. We'll get through week number 2 here in the Isle in our fancy new cabin. I hope you can come back and join me for it. Thank you, one and all. I'm going to find you someone to raid over into now. Ideally someone I'm following already, someone worthy out there in Twitch land. And I'll catch you all on the next one, chat, you bloody legends. Okay, here's something completely random. South Park. The Fractured But Whole. I've never seen the South Park game. Let's go and check this out. Clean Reaper, another smaller channel. Let's jump over there and hang out. I'm going to hang out with the dog. We'll watch this for a while. Appreciate you lot once again. Hit that ready to raid. Let's get over there and make their day. I think they've got 2 viewers right now. Get in there and give them a bunch more. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next one, chat, you legends. Chris Spencer coming in with the sub on YouTube, answering the call. You legend, Chris Spencer. Thank you, mate.